The Arab billionaire followed his maid to the market. He was shocked when he noticed Nisat and Aldi. Before continuing the story, please tell us which city you are watching from in the comments below. In one of Istanbul's most prestigious neighborhoods, Kemal al-Rashida was waking up early in his massive villa overlooking the Bosphorus. Despite being at the helm of a global real estate empire, the 34-year-old Arab billionaire felt a great void in his life. His days began with the same routine every morning, filled with business meetings and numbers, and ended in the same silence every evening. The villa was so large that sometimes he would go days without speaking to anyone. His conversations were limited to his servants and driver. Even his longest conversations consisted of work-related instructions. Kamal had all the opportunities that wealth could buy. The most luxurious cars, a private jet, vacation homes all over the world, but he couldn't find anything to fill the void inside him. His family's traditional pressures also made his life difficult. His family in Dubai constantly insisted that he find a suitable wife, trying to create opportunities for him to meet the daughters of wealthy families. But Kamal avoided these forced introductions because he knew that the women he met only saw his money and status. Among the staff working at his villa was a young woman who had been there for at least 2 years. This woman, named Layla, was different from the others. She was quiet, hardworking, and never engaged in unnecessary conversation. She did her job perfectly, then disappeared. Kamal had noticed her but didn't pay much attention until a small incident last week. That day, Kamal had returned home unexpectedly early and caught Layla playing the piano. The young woman was flawlessly playing a piece by Mozart. Kamal stood at the door in amazement, listening. When Layla noticed him, she immediately stopped, apologized, and walked away. But at that moment, questions arose in Kamal's mind. Who was this woman really? Why was she working as a maid, and why didn't they ever talk? These questions began to occupy Kamal's mind. For the first time in his life, he sensed the presence of someone who was not interested in his money. This curiosity disturbed him but also excited him. When Layla finished work tomorrow, could he find out where she went and what kind of life she led? The next day, Kamal decided to stay home, which was unusual for him. Normally, he would be at the office at this time, but today he had different plans. Layla was doing her job quietly as usual, taking care not to make eye contact with him. Kamal was observing her, the grace in her movements, the care she took in her work, and the constant serious expression on her face. When Layla finished her work in the afternoon and got ready to leave, Kamal secretly decided to follow her. Even though he told himself it was nonsense, his curiosity was stronger. When Layla got on the bus, Kamal started following her in his own car. The young woman went to one of the old neighborhoods of the city, narrow streets, old buildings. Kamal had never been in this neighborhood before. Layla stopped in front of a small apartment building and went upstairs. Kamal waited in his car and soon saw Layla come back down with a bag in her hand. This time she went into a small market nearby. Kamal continued to watch her carefully. Watching Layla through the market window, he observed the young woman's shopping habits. She carefully checked the price of every item. She chose the cheapest options and calculated the total using a calculator. Kamal was astonished. Layla was only buying basic necessities: bread, milk, pasta, canned goods. There were no luxury items in her basket. She chose the cheapest detergent and the simplest shampoo. When she paid at the register, she took very little money out of her wallet. When she left the market, Layla met a young child of school age. The child ran up to her, hugged her, and shouted, "Mom!" Kamal's heart raced. He didn't know Layla had a child. The two began walking hand in hand. Kamal continued to follow them. Layla and the child went to a small park. While the child played in the playground, Layla watched him. Watching them from a distance, Kamal saw the loving expression on Layla's face. It was very different from the serious and distant woman he had seen at the villa. As evening approached, the two returned home. Kamal also returned to his villa, but his mind was constantly on what he had seen. It was clear that Layla was living a difficult life. She was trying to live a modest life with her child. She was counting every penny. Kamal couldn't sleep all night. Questions kept swirling around in his mind. Why was Layla in such a difficult situation? Where was her child's father? Why was she struggling alone? And most importantly, why wasn't he thinking of helping her, even though he knew about her situation? The next morning when Layla came to work again, Kamal looked at her differently. He no longer saw her just as a maid. He saw her as a strong woman fighting for survival. But he didn't know how to approach her. If he was too direct, he might scare Layla away, and she might lose her job. If he was too indirect, nothing would change. That day, Kamal made an important decision. He would approach Layla, but he would do it the right way. He would start by talking to her and try to gain her trust. Perhaps for the first time in her life, it was possible for someone to value her for herself, not her money. On the third day, Kamal gathered the courage to talk to Layla. While the young woman was cleaning the kitchen, Kamal entered and said, "Hello," politely. Layla turned around in surprise and immediately bowed respectfully. "Mr. Kamal, do you need something?" she asked in a nervous voice. "No, I just wanted to talk." Kamal's voice tried to sound natural, but he was clearly tense. Layla was even more surprised. She had been working in this house for 2 years, but Mr. Kamal had never spoken to her. "Is there a problem?" "No, there's no problem. I just wondered if you were happy here." Layla's cheeks flushed. "I'm very happy. Thank you. My job is nice. My salary is paid on time." Kamal wanted to say something else, but the words wouldn't come. Layla continued cleaning, feeling uncomfortable. An awkward silence fell between them. "You play the piano," Kamal finally said. Layla stopped, her hands trembling. "I'm so sorry. It won't happen again. I promise." No, you misunderstood. It was beautiful. You played Mozart perfectly." Layla looked at him with astonished eyes. "Did you listen?" "Yes, and I was very impressed." "Did you study music?" Layla hesitated for a moment. "I took music classes at university." "Which university?" "Istanbul Technical University, but I was studying architecture." Kamal's eyes widened. "Are you an architect?" Layla bowed her head. "I used to be. Not anymore." "Why, what happened?" Layla tried to hide the tears welling up in her eyes. Life sometimes changes in unexpected ways. Kamal sensed her pain. "I'm sorry. I'm asking very personal questions." "It's okay," said Layla, but her voice was sad. That evening, Kamal was determined to learn Layla's story. He called his private investigator and asked him to do some research. The report that arrived a few days later deeply shocked Kamal. Layla Yilmaz was 25 when her husband died in a traffic accident in Istanbul 3 years ago. Her husband Ahmet was a young engineer, and the couple had a promising future. But after Ahmet's death, the family's financial situation had deteriorated significantly. Ahmet's medical expenses and debts had left Layla in a very difficult position. Moreover, Layla had become pregnant and had to raise her baby, Amir, alone after he was born. When the architecture firm went bankrupt, she lost her job and started doing cleaning work to support her child. The report also stated that Layla was a very talented architect, had graduated at the top of her class, and had been successful in many projects. But now, in order to survive, she had to put her talents aside and clean other people's homes. After learning this information, Kamal felt a deep respect for Layla. This woman was trying to be both mother and father. She was trying to stay afloat by protecting her light. She never complained and did her job to the best of her ability. But at the same time, a strong desire to protect her arose within Kamal. This woman and her child deserved a better life. Maybe Kamal could help them. But how? Layla seemed like a proud woman. Would she accept help? That night, Kamal thought long and hard. For the first time in his life, he was thinking about someone other than himself. And this feeling was both strange and beautiful to him. The following week, Kamal started talking to Layla more. Each time, he asked small questions. He was trying to learn more about her life. Layla was very cautious at first, but she gradually relaxed a little. "How old is Amir?" Kamal asked one day. Layla was surprised. She felt a little uneasy when she realized Kamal knew her son's name. "He's 6. How do you know?" "I saw him the other day. He was playing in the park." Layla blushed. "Were you following me?" Kamal felt embarrassed. "I'm sorry. I was just curious." "Why?" "I don't know. You're different. Different from the other employees." Layla became even more tense when she heard these words. "Mr. Kamal, please, I don't want to lose my job. If I did something wrong, no, you didn't do anything wrong. On the contrary, you do your job perfectly." "Then why?" "Because I want to get to know the real Layla." Layla looked at him for a long time. The real Layla is a very ordinary person. Just a mother trying to take care of her son. That's not ordinary at all. That's very brave. After this conversation, the ice between them began to melt a little. Kamal now had daily conversations with Layla and thought of things to make her job easier. He had her favorite tea brought in. He made small gestures from time to time. A week later, Kamal took a bold step. Layla, if you're free this Saturday, I'd like to invite you and Amir to dinner. Layla froze. Dinner? Yes, I know a nice restaurant. Amir likes places with a special area for children. Mr. Kamal, this isn't appropriate. I'm your employee. Outside of work, only as friends. Layla hesitated. This offer both excited and frightened her. I don't know. Please think about it. There's no obligation. That evening, Layla thought about the offer at home. When she asked Amir, the child was very excited. Really, Mom? Are we going to a fancy restaurant? I don't know, sweetie. I haven't decided yet. But why? Isn't that man a good person? Layla looked at her son. He's a good person, but complicated. The next day, Layla said she would accept Kamal's offer. Kamal was so happy he couldn't hide his smile. On Saturday, Kamal picked up Layla and Amir from their home. Amir was amazed by the luxury of the car. He kept asking questions. Kamal patiently talked to the child, answering his questions. Amir was very excited at the restaurant. He had never been to such a luxurious place. Kamal showed him the menu and said he could order anything he wanted. Really? Anything? Yes, anything. Layla warned her son. Amir, don't overdo it. But Kamal intervened. Layla, it's okay. The child can eat whatever he wants. Throughout the meal, Kamal got along very well with Amir. The child told him about school and his friends. Kamal listened attentively. Watching this scene, Layla saw what a good person Kamal was. Mom, Uncle Kamal is very nice, she said. Amir whispered, and Layla smiled. Yes, he is. After dinner, Kamal drove them home. Amir had fallen asleep in the car. Kamal carried him in his arms up to the apartment. Thank you, said Layla. Amir was very happy. I was very happy too. Amir is a wonderful child. He's just like his father. Kamal was curious. What kind of person was your husband? Layla's eyes filled with tears. He was a very good man. He was an engineer. He had big dreams. You miss him a lot. Yes, I'm especially sad that he couldn't be a father to Amir. Kamal approached her. You've been a wonderful mother. Amir is very lucky. Thank you. After that evening, the relationship between Kamal and Layla became more intimate. They were no longer just boss and employee, but friends. Kamal often asked about Amir and was curious about his school situation. One day, Kamal learned something important. There were problems at Amir's school. The child was being teased by the other children because his shoes were old. Is Amir sad? Kamal asked. Yes, very, but I don't have the money to buy new shoes right now. Kamal's heart sank. No, I won't, Layla said firmly. I know what you're thinking, but it's not possible. I just want to help. I know, but it's not right. I have to stand on my own 2 feet. Kamal understood Layla's pride, but he couldn't bear to see the child upset. He thought long and hard that night. How could he help without Layla noticing? The next day, Kamal came up with a plan. He talked to Layla about her architectural skills. Layla, I'm planning a new project. I need an architectural consultant. Mr. Kamal, I'm not an architect anymore, but you have the education and you're very talented. How do you know? I did some research. You graduated first in your class at university. Layla was surprised. You researched me? Yes, and I was very impressed. But I haven't done this job for 3 years. It doesn't matter. Talent doesn't disappear. Kamal told her about his project. It was actually a real project, but he was using it as an excuse to help Layla. How much will you pay for this consultancy? Layla asked. Kamal named a large amount. Layla's eyes widened. That's a lot of money. You deserve it. Layla thought about it. With this money, she could cover all of Amir's needs and even save some. I accept, she said. Finally, Kamal was happy. Now he could help Layla, and Layla could keep her pride. Starting that week, Layla began working on Kamal's project alongside her cleaning job. When she drew up the plans on the first day, Kamal saw once again how talented she was. This is wonderful, he said. While reviewing the plans, you're a real artist. Layla smiled. Thank you. I miss this work so much. Why did you have to quit? Money. Architecture firms are very risky. If you can't find clients, you have no income. I couldn't take that risk with the mirror, I understand. Layla seemed a little happier every day now. She was doing cleaning work and also working on an architecture project. Kamal loved seeing her this way. At the end of the week, Kamal invited Layla and Amir to dinner again. This time, Amir came wearing his new shoes. Kamal knew these were the first thing Layla had bought, and his heart filled with joy. Amir, those shoes are very nice, said Kamal. Yes, my mom bought them. Now the kids at school don't make fun of me anymore. Amir and Layla gave Kamal a grateful look. Thanks to this project, she could buy her son the things he needed. During dinner, Amir asked Kamal some very personal questions. Uncle Kamal, why haven't you ever gotten married? Kamal was surprised. How do you know they never married? Because you don't have a ring, and I didn't see any women's things in your house. Layla warned her child, Mom, Amir, that's a very personal question. It's okay, said Kamal. I haven't found the right person yet. What makes someone the right person? Asked Amir. Innocently, Amir looked at Kamal and Layla. Kind-hearted, strong, smart, and loving. Layla blushed when she heard these words. She felt Kamal looking at her. After dinner, Kamal dropped them off at home. This time, Amir hadn't fallen asleep and kept talking. Uncle Kamal, why do you spend so much time with us? The child asked. Kamal paused for a moment. Because I love you. Layla felt her heart race. These words had deeply affected her. In front of the apartment building, as Amir went upstairs, Kamal and Layla were alone for a moment. We need to talk about this, Kamal said to Layla in a serious tone. What about? The things you feel towards us. Kamal took a deep breath. Yes, we need to talk. But this isn't the right place, then when? The next evening, while Amir was at his friend's house, Layla dropped Amir off at his friend's house and then met Kamal. Kamal took her to a quiet cafe. Layla, I want to be honest with you, Kamal began. Me too, Layla replied. I've fallen in love with you. Layla had been expecting these words, but she was still surprised to hear them. Kamal, I know it's very complicated. You're my employee, but feelings are like that. It's not just your problem. I feel something for you, too. Kamal's face lit up. Really? Yes, but it's impossible. Why is it impossible? Because we are very different. You are a billionaire. I am a mother struggling to survive. Money isn't important. It's not important to you because you've never been in need. But every penny matters in my life. Kamal approached her. Layla, I love you for who you are. Your money, your status doesn't matter. What will your family say? My family isn't in Istanbul, and my decisions are mine. Layla sank into deep thought. Kamal, I was married before. There's Amir. My life is complicated, I know, and I love Amir too. But this is happening so fast. Just a few weeks ago, we were just boss and employee. Sometimes love is like that. Sudden and powerful. Love? Kamal reached for her hand. Yes, love, at least for me. Layla didn't pull her hand away. I'm scared. Why? Because I've suffered a lot before. It was very hard to stay strong after losing Ahmet. I'm not Ahmet, and I would never hurt you. How can I be sure? You have to trust me. That evening when Layla returned home, her mind was confused. She loved Kamal. She couldn't deny it. But she was also afraid. What if everything went wrong? What if Kamal left her? What would happen to Emre? The next day there was a strange atmosphere between Kamal and Layla. They were both thinking about the previous night's conversation. Kamal wanted to ask Layla for her answer, but he didn't want to rush things. Around noon, Kamal's mother made an unexpected visit from Dubai. Amira al-Rashid Wadiyadin was a strong-willed woman devoted to traditional values. She kept track of every change in her son's life. I need to talk to you, said his mother in a serious tone. Kamal felt uneasy. About what, Mom? I'm hearing rumors about you in Dubai. What kind of rumors? They say you're having an affair with one of your employees. Kamal froze. Where had he heard this news? Mom, is this true? Kamal decided to be honest. Yes, it's true. Amira was furious. How could you do such a thing? You are the heir to the al-Rashid family. Mom, please don't judge him without knowing her. It doesn't matter who she is. She is your employee and a very valuable person. Kamal, this relationship will end immediately. No, it won't. His mother was surprised. Kamal had never spoken so decisively. Are you crazy? This woman is after your money. Layla isn't like that. How can you be sure? Because I know her. During this argument, Layla was working in the kitchen, but could hear the voices. Kamal's mother was talking about her and was very angry. Layla's heart raced. This was exactly what she feared. While arguing with her son, Amira wanted to see Layla too. I want to see this woman. Please, Mom. No, I'll see her. Kamal reluctantly called Layla. Layla came into the living room with trembling hands. Amira looked her up and down. Are you that woman? Yes, ma'am, Layla said respectfully. What's your name? Layla Yilmaz. How old are you? 2. Are you married? I'm a widow with a child. I have a son. Amira spoke in a cold tone. You're after my son's money. Layla gathered her courage. No, ma'am. I stand on my own 2 feet. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. I love Kamal Bey. Love? You didn't even know who he was. These words hurt Layla. Tears welled up in her eyes, but she didn't cry. Kamal intervened. Mother, enough. Don't be disrespectful to Layla. I'm telling the truth. You're telling your prejudices. Amira looked sternly at her son. This woman will not be with you. I will not allow it. This is not your decision. I am your mother and I will dissuade you from this mistake. Layla couldn't take it anymore. Excuse me, she said and left the room. Kamal followed her. Layla, wait. No, Kamal, your mother is right. How is she right? We come from very different worlds. This won't work. Do you believe my mother too? I believe in the truth. Kamal put his hand on her arm. The truth is, I love you. That's not enough. Why isn't it enough? Because love alone isn't enough. Your environment, family, society, they all matter. That day, Layla finished her work and went home. The argument between Kamal and his mother continued. But Layla was no longer there. That night, while Layla was spending time with Amir at home, she kept thinking about Kamal and his mother. Even while the child was reading her a story, her mind was elsewhere. Why are you sad? Asked her mother. I'm not sad, sweetheart, but your face looks that way. Did you have a fight with Uncle Kamal? Layla didn't know how to explain it to her. No, we didn't fight. I'm just tired. Uncle Kamal is a very good person. I love him. These words broke Layla's heart. Emir was also attached to Kamal. If everything ended, Emir would be very sad. The next morning, Layla didn't want to go to work, but she had to. When she got home, Kamal was waiting for her. Layla, he said, let's forget last night's conversation. Can we really forget? My mother left Istanbul. Now it's just our problem. But she'll come back, and she's right about what she said. What is she right about? We come from different worlds. You're a billionaire. I'm a woman who does cleaning work. Kamal approached her. You're not just a cleaning lady. You're an architect, a mother, a strong woman. But society doesn't see it that way. It doesn't matter what society thinks. What matters is how we feel. Layla looked at him silently. Kamal, I've thought about it a lot. This relationship is very risky. Every love is risky, but this is different. If everything goes wrong, I won't just lose myself. I'll lose Amir too. Why do you think that? Because he's attached to you too. If you leave, he'll be sad too. Hearing these words, Kamal realized once again what a thoughtful mother Layla was. Layla said, I'm not going anywhere. You say that now, but what if you change your mind later? No one knows the future. That day, they were both silent. Layla was cleaning. Kamal was reviewing his architecture project, but the distance between them was palpable. Around noon, Kamal made a decision. He needed to prove his true feelings to Layla. Layla, I want to go somewhere with you. Where? It's a surprise. Layla hesitated. Kamal, please, just for an hour. Finally, Layla agreed. Kamal took her in his car and drove out of the city. Half an hour later, they arrived at a small hill. This was the place with the most beautiful view of Istanbul. Where is this? Asked Layla. It's my favorite place. I find peace when I come here. They got out of the car. The view was truly breathtaking. All of Istanbul stretched out beneath their feet. It's so beautiful, said Layla. This is where I make my important decisions, said Kamal. And today I want to make a very important decision. Layla looked at him. What decision? Kamal turned to her and held her hands. Layla, I want to marry you. Layla was shocked. What? Let's get married. You, me, and Amir. Let's be a real family. Kamal, this is too sudden. I know, but I'm sure. If you're ready to be sure too, Layla felt tears welling up in her eyes. That's so beautiful, but what? Do you really know me? Who I am, where I come from? It doesn't matter. I love you today. What about my family? I have a family too. Poor but honorable people. I want to love them too. Layla sank into deep thought. She knew in her heart that she loved Kamal, but she had 1,000 questions in her mind. Kamal, I want to think about it. Of course, as long as you need, but I have one condition. What is it? If you are thinking about marriage, you must meet my family, and I must see your real life, Kamal agreed. Perfect idea. Over the weekend, Kamal went to Layla's house to meet her family. Layla's mother, Fatma, and father, Mehmet, were very excited to see their daughter's boss in their home. Welcome, Mr. Kamal, said Mrs. Fatma. Thank you. The house was very modest. It had 2 rooms, old furniture, but it was very clean. Kamal didn't know how he would feel here. Please sit down, said Mr. Mehmet. During the meal, Layla's family treated Kamal very warmly. They knew he was rich, but they cared about their daughter's happiness, not money. Do you love our daughter? Asked Mrs. Fatma directly. Yes, I love her very much. Layla suffered greatly. She had a very hard time after losing Ahmet. I know, and I won't make her suffer again. Mr. Mehmet intervened. Mr. Kamal, you are a wealthy man. Our worlds are different. I don't see this as a problem, but other people might. They don't matter. Mrs. Fatma smiled. You seem like a good person, but our daughter is very cautious. That's normal. That evening, Kamal really liked Layla's family. They were simple but warm people. He understood why Layla was so strong. Your family is wonderful, he told Layla. They liked you. I like them too. The following week, it was Layla's turn. Kamal wanted to introduce her to his luxurious lifestyle. First, he planned a short trip to Izmir on his private jet. A private jet? Layla was surprised. Yes, you'll meet my friends in Izmir. Layla was nervous. What kind of people were Kamal's friends? Would they accept her? Layla was very uncomfortable on the jet. Such a luxurious life was foreign to her. Relax, said Kamal. You're perfect. Layla was very anxious while waiting for Kamal's friends in Izmir. She didn't have expensive clothes, jewelry, or perfume. Kamal said, I feel like I'm dressed wrong here. You're beautiful. What you wear doesn't matter. Kamal's friends were wealthy businessmen. Their wives also wore luxury brands and expensive jewelry. Layla felt very different among them. A woman asked what Layla did for a living. Architect, Kamal said quickly. Which firm? Layla hesitated. I'm freelancing at the moment. I see. This cold reception upset Layla. People looked down on her. Things got even worse at dinner. Everyone talked about their luxury vacations and expensive shopping trips. Layla couldn't say anything. Layla, you're very quiet, said a man. I'm just listening. Did you go to France last month? No. Italy? No. As the questions continued, Layla became more and more uncomfortable. When they returned to the hotel, Layla was very upset. Kamal, I don't belong in this world. Why do you think that? Because I have nothing in common with these people. It doesn't matter. It matters to me. I felt like a stranger. Kamal hugged her. I'm sorry. I didn't know they would be like that. You're not like that. You're different, and I'm also learning how to live in your world. But is that enough? Is it possible to bring 2 different worlds together? This question made Kamal think. Was it really possible? After returning from Izmir, Layla and Kamal talked at length. They both saw the difficulties of this relationship. Maybe your mother was right, Layla said one evening. About what? We are very different, and that difference may never be bridged. Kamal put his hand on hers. Differences can be bridged. Love conquers all. It's not that easy in real life. Then let's make it easier. How? I'll change some things. You'll learn some things too. Layla was curious. What kind of changes? I'll live more simply. I'll spend more time in your world. Isn't that a sacrifice? Nothing done for love is a sacrifice. That week, Kamal really did start to change his life. He preferred simple places instead of luxury restaurants. He spent time in Layla's neighborhood. He played soccer in the park with Amir. Amir loved it. Uncle Kamal, why aren't you like the other rich people? What do you mean? The rich people I see on TV are always boring. You're fun. Kamal smiled. Because you taught me how to have fun. Layla was changing too. Kamal was teaching her how to behave at certain social events. But he did it with patience, not force. I don't know which spoon to use for which dish, Layla said in a fancy restaurant. It doesn't matter. I mixed them up when I first learned too. Did you learn? Of course, I lived an ordinary life as a child too. This surprised Layla. Really? Yes. My father came into money much later. So you understand my situation. Yes, and that's why I love you even more. A month later, things were going better. Layla's confidence had grown, and Kamal had adopted a simpler lifestyle. But the real test would come when Kamal's family arrived in Istanbul. Kamal's father, Ahmed al-Rashid, came to Istanbul. Unlike Amir, he was calmer, but just as determined. Son, are you determined to marry this woman? He asked. Yes, father, it won't be easy, I know. You carry our family name. If you make the wrong choice, everyone will talk. Layla is not the wrong choice. Ahmed looked at his son for a long time. I want to get to know her. Kamal happily agreed. He hoped she wouldn't be as aggressive as his mother. They met at Kamal's house for dinner. Layla was very nervous. Emir was there too because Kamal insisted. Ahmed al-Rashid was a serious but polite man. He greeted Layla respectfully. Miss Layla, I'm pleased to meet you. Me too, sir. During dinner, Ahmed asked Layla personal questions. But they weren't aggressive. They were meant to get to know her. Where does your family live? What do they do here in Istanbul? My father is a retired worker. My mother is a housewife. What did you study? I studied architecture. Why did you leave that profession? Layla decided to be honest. After my husband died, I had to raise my son alone. Architecture is a high-risk profession. I needed a steady income. Ahmed nodded. I understand. That must have been difficult. Yes, it was very difficult. Amir interrupted at that moment. Grandpa, my mom is very hardworking. She gets up early every morning. Ahmed smiled at the child. You're a very smart kid too. Thank you. Uncle Kamal teaches me many things. What does he teach you? How to play soccer, how to read books, and how to be a good person. These words affected Ahmed. Seeing Kamal's relationship with the child, he realized that his son really loved this family. After dinner, he spoke to Ahmed alone. This woman seems sincere. Yes, Dad, very honest. The child is sweet too. Emir is a wonderful child. But are you ready to live with the child? Yes, I love Amir like my own son, Ahmed thought. Well, we'll deal with social pressures. What will our family say? They'll understand in time. He saw that Amatolu was determined. Well then, you have my support. Kemal Savinchla hugged his father. Really? Yes, but I have conditions. What are they? This marriage will be done properly, traditionally as a family. Of course, father and Layla will be part of our family. That means responsibilities. I understand. That evening, Kamal gave Layla the good news. Layla was very happy. Did he really approve? Yes, and he accepts you as part of our family. That's incredible. But now the real decision is yours. Layla looked at him for a long time. I'm ready too. To get married? Yes, I'm ready to marry you. Kamal hugged her and turned her around. This is wonderful. Amir came running. What's going on? We're going to marry Uncle Kamal, said Layla. Really? Then will Uncle Kamal be my father? Yes, sweetheart. Emir jumped for joy. That's the best news ever. That night, all three of them were very happy, but Layla still had questions in her mind. Kamal, are you really ready? It won't be easy, I know, but with you, everything is easy. What if you regret it? I won't. Because I love you, and Amir, even if the rest of the family doesn't accept you now, they will eventually. You're a wonderful person. Layla smiled. I love you too. Then there's no problem. But neither of them knew that the real difficulties had yet to begin. Kamal's mother was determined to prevent this marriage and was preparing a big plan. In Dubai, Amira was talking to old family friends. She said this marriage would not happen. My son will make the right decision. How? I will show him this woman's true face. Amira's plan was simple. She would dig into Layla's past and find information that would make her look bad. Every woman had a secret. She hired private investigators in Istanbul. She asked them to investigate every tiny detail of Layla's life. A week later, the report arrived, but Amira didn't find what she was looking for. Layla's past was spotless. There were no scandals, no bad behavior. That's impossible, said Amira. Everyone has a secret. This woman really seems clean, said the detective. Amira was furious. Then I'll find another way. She returned to Istanbul and this time made a different plan. If she couldn't make Layla look bad, she would set her up. When Amira returned to Istanbul, she had devised an elaborate plan to stop her son's wedding plans. Unable to find any blemish in Layla's past, she decided to try a different method. As a first step, she called Kamal's old friend Selma. Selma was the daughter of a wealthy family and had wanted to marry Kamal for years. Selma, I have an important offer for you, said Amira. What is it, Auntie? Kamal is preparing to marry the wrong woman. You must save him. Selma was excited. How will we show this woman Layla's true face? You will return to Kamal's life, but he doesn't love me. You will make him love me. You are beautiful, rich, and suitable. That cleaning lady is nothing compared to you. Selma decided to join the plan because she still loved Kamal. At the same time, Amira started causing problems at Layla's workplace. She convinced some of the employees at Kamal's company. She told them that Layla had a relationship with her boss to get promoted. That's not fair, said the accounting manager. How will the other employees feel? We need to talk to Kamal, said the human resources manager. These rumors spread quickly. While Layla was working, she noticed that the other employees were looking at her strangely. What's going on? She asked her assistant Aisha. Aisha hesitated. They're talking about you. What are they saying about your relationship with Kamal Bey? Layla's face fell. What are they saying? They think you're with him to keep your job. This upset Layla greatly. It was exactly what she had feared. People thought she loved Kamal for his money. That evening, she told Kamal about it. People are talking about us. What are they saying? They think I love you for your money. Kamal got angry. I don't know who's saying such things, but that's terrible. I don't care what they say, but I care. I'm not that kind of woman. Kamal hugged her. I know you're the most honest woman, but the problems weren't just at work. Selma had started showing up around Kamal more often. He would run into her at work meetings and social events. It's been so long, Kamal said to Selma one day at the office. Selma, what are you doing here? I had a business meeting with my father. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I heard about your wedding. Congratulations. Thank you. May I meet your wife? I'm curious. Kamal felt uncomfortable. Maybe another time. Of course, you're in a hurry. These encounters began to happen frequently. Selma was constantly appearing next to Kamal, and each time she made comments that belittled Layla. Is this woman really right for you? She asked one day. What do you mean? You know your social levels are very different. That doesn't matter. But what does your family think? These questions bothered Kamal, but he didn't understand what Selma was trying to do. A week later, the situation got worse. Amira's plan was put into action. A special trap had been set for Layla. That day, when Layla went shopping at the market, she encountered a prearranged situation. While paying at the cash register, there was a problem with her card. Your card isn't working, ma'am, said the cashier. How is that possible? I deposited money yesterday, I don't know, but the system isn't accepting it. Layla was mortified. There was a long line behind her, and everyone was watching her. Do you have cash? She asked. The cashier looked at Layla's purse. She didn't have enough cash. I'm sorry, I'll come back tomorrow, she said, and left her shopping behind. This incident was no coincidence. Amira had used forged documents to freeze Layla's bank account. When she got home, Layla was very upset. Amir asked her, Mom, aren't you going to make dinner? There's a bit of a problem, sweetie. It would be resolved in the evening, but the situation didn't improve in the evening either. When Layla called the bank, she was told there were suspicious transactions on her account. That's impossible. I didn't make such transactions. Unfortunately, the account has been temporarily frozen. An investigation will be conducted. Layla panicked. The money in her account was for Emir's school expenses. She had to explain the situation to Kamal. My bank account has been frozen. I don't know why. Kamal became suspicious. This is very strange. Please let me look into it, because that money is very important. Kamal's investigation yielded results. It turned out that the account was frozen due to forged documents. But who did this? When the answer came, Kamal was shocked. His mother was involved. Mom, did you freeze Layla's account? Amira did not deny her guilt. Yes, and I'll do more. How could you do such a thing? This woman won't be with you. You can't decide. I'm your mother, and I'm protecting you. Kamal was furious. Stop harming Layla. No, I won't stop until she leaves. After this argument, Kamal realized how determined his mother was. He had to protect Layla. That evening, he explained the situation to Layla. Layla was surprised that his mother had frozen her account. Why? So this wasn't a coincidence to prevent our marriage. No. And she'll probably do other things too. Layla was scared. What will we do? I'll protect you. I promise. But Amira's plans weren't over yet. She had prepared an even bigger surprise for the next day. They went to Layla's house together with Selma. When they knocked on the door, Layla was surprised. Ma'am, what are you doing here? We need to talk, Amira said in a cold tone. About what? About your relationship with my son? Layla let them in. Amir was at school. She was home alone. This house is so small, Selma said dismissively. It's enough for me, Layla said. Amira sat down and began to speak in a harsh tone. Layla, I'm going to make you an offer. What kind of offer? Stay away from my son. In return, I'll give you money. Layla was shocked. What? 1 million lira, just in exchange for leaving Kamal. What kind of offer is that? It's a very fair offer. You earn money, my son makes the right marriage. Layla stood up. I don't want money. Everyone wants money. I don't. I love Kamal. Selma intervened. But he doesn't love you. He just feels sorry for you. That's not true. It is. Kamal has always loved rich women. You're just a passing fancy. These words hurt Layla, but she remained strong. Please leave your home. Consider the offer, said Amira. I'll expect your answer tomorrow. After the two left, Layla felt very sad. What if they were right? What if Kamal only loved her temporarily? That evening, when Kamal came, Layla told him about her mother's offer. Did she really say that? Yes, she offered money. Kamal was very angry. This is unacceptable. Maybe they're right. Why? Maybe you only love me temporarily. Kamal turned to her and held her hands. Layla, look into my eyes. I don't love you temporarily. I love you forever. Are you sure? I'm sure, and I'll prove it to everyone. The next day, Kamal made a radical decision. He would put an end to his mother's games. First, he took action against the rumors in his company. He gathered all his employees in the meeting room. Layla was there too. She didn't know what was going to happen. Friends, said Kamal, today I have a very important announcement to make. Everyone listened to him quietly. I am announcing that I am getting engaged to Miss Layla, and I am very happy with this decision. The room fell silent. No one expected such a clear announcement. If anyone is uncomfortable with this situation, they can resign, but if you are going to work here, you will show respect to my fiancé. After this announcement, the rumors stopped. Seeing how determined Kamal was, the employees began to show respect to Layla. Layla was very impressed by this courageous behavior. Why did you do that? She asked. Because I love you and I want everyone to know. But this will affect your career. I don't care. You are more important. That evening, Kamal called his mother and had a harsh conversation. Mom, I know everything you've done to Layla. What have I done? Freezing her account, spreading rumors, offering money. I'm trying to save you. Who are you saving me from? The woman I love. That woman isn't right for you. That's my decision. You're wrong. No, Mom, you're wrong. If you hurt Layla again, I'll cut off my relationship with you. Amira was shocked. Her son had never spoken so harshly before. Are you threatening me? No, I'm warning you. Layla is staying with me. Get used to it. After this conversation, Amira realized her plan had failed, but she wouldn't give up. She had one last card to play. She called Reza, Kamal's wealthy cousin, to Istanbul. Reza, you need to convince Kamal. If this marriage happens, the family inheritance is at risk. Wait out, because if this woman divorces him, she can take half the inheritance. This was a false claim, but Reza was after money and believed it. The next day, Reza met with Kamal. Cousin, have you thought about this marriage? Yes, I'm very happy. But what about the financial situation? What financial situation? What will happen in case of divorce? Kamal was surprised. Why are you talking about divorce? It's just a possibility. This woman has no money. If she divorces, she could ask for a lot. Layla isn't like that. How do you know? Money changes people. This conversation bothered Kamal. Why was his family so against Layla? That evening, he explained the situation to Layla. Now he's talking about divorce. Maybe they're right, said Layla sadly. Waving, maybe I'm complicating your life. No, you make my life beautiful. But your family is wrong and they'll realize it. But Layla was exhausted now. She was tired of being under so much pressure. Kamal, maybe we should take a break for a while. What do you mean? I can't cope with all these problems. Emir is affected by this too. How is he affected? His friends tease him at school. They say his mother is the lover of a rich man. This hurt Kamal deeply. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I don't want this either, but the situation is very difficult. So what should we do? I don't know. Maybe your family is right. That night, Kamal thought long and hard. He didn't want to lose Layla, but he didn't want to cause her pain either. By morning, he had made an important decision. He would talk to his family one last time. If they couldn't come to an agreement, he would make his own decision. He called his father and asked for an urgent meeting. Ahmet came to Istanbul and had a serious talk with his son. Dad, my mother went too far. What is she doing? Kamal told him everything. The frozen account, the money offer, the threats. Ahmet was shocked. I didn't know it was that bad. Are you against it too? I liked Layla, but your mother is very determined. I am determined too. What are you going to do? I'm going to marry Layla, whether my family accepts it or not. Ahmet looked at his son for a long time. Do you really love her? I love her very much. And do you promise to take good care of her? I promise. Ahmet stood up. Then I'm with you. Really? Yes. I'll talk to your mother. That evening, a family meeting was held. Ahmet spoke harshly to Amira. What you've done is unacceptable. I'm protecting my son. No, you're hurting him. This woman is not suitable. Suitable or not? Kamal decides. The argument went on for hours. Finally, Ahmet spoke firmly. Amira, this marriage will happen. You will accept it too. Never. Then go back to Dubai, but stop interfering with our son. Amira was very angry, but she had no other choice. Her husband was also on their son's side. The next day, Kamal gave Layla the good news. My father is on our side. My mother won't interfere anymore. Are you sure? I'm sure there are no more obstacles, Layla smiled. Then I can say yes. Yes to what? Kamal got down on one knee and took out a ring. Layla Yilmaz, will you marry me? Layla said, yep, with tears in her eyes. Mir came running and hugged them. This is the best day ever. 3 weeks later, they had a simple but beautiful wedding. It was a sincere ceremony attended by both families. Amira finally came too. When Layla spoke, she apologized. I misunderstood you. It doesn't matter. We're family now. You'll be a good mother to Kamal. I'll do my best. On their wedding day, Kamal, Layla, and Amir were very happy. They had finally become a real family. This is just the beginning, said Kamal. The beginning of what? Asked Layla. A happy life. And it really was, because true love had overcome every obstacle. 6 months after the wedding, Kamal and Layla's life was going perfectly. Amir was very happy at his new school and loved Kamal like his real father. Layla had also returned to her career in architecture. She managed her own department in Kamal's company. But one morning, everything changed. While Kamal was working in his office, his assistant Mehmet Talash rushed in. Mr. Kamal, there's a very urgent situation. What happened? The financial auditors are here. There's a big problem with the company's accounts. Kamal was shocked. What kind of problem? Millions of liras are missing, and there are transfer transactions made with your signature. That's impossible. I didn't make such transactions, but the auditors were very serious. There were forged documents made with Kamal's signature. Someone had systematically stolen the company's money. Mr. Kamal, we need to take your statement, said the auditor. At that moment, Layla also came to the office. Seeing the situation, she panicked. I don't know what's going on. Someone stole money with forged documents. Kamal was taken to the police station. Left alone, Layla didn't know what to do. In the evening, the lawyer came and explained the situation. The situation is very serious. A total of 5 million liras were stolen from Kamal Bey's account. But I know he didn't do it. But we have to prove it. How will we find the real culprit? The next day, worse news arrived. The press had learned about the case. There were big headlines in the newspapers. Billionaire Kamal al-Rashid was arrested on fraud charges. When Layla saw this news, her world collapsed. The phone started ringing. Journalists were waiting at the door. "Mom, where's my dad?" she asked. Emir said sadly, "He'll be back soon, sweetheart." But things got even worse. All of the company's accounts were frozen. Layla's salary was also cut off. At that moment, an unexpected visitor arrived. Amira had returned to Istanbul. "Layla, I need to talk to you. Now is not the time." "No, now is the perfect time. I have important information about this conspiracy." Layla was shocked. "What information?" "I know who set my son up." "Who?" "Kamal's cousin, Raza. He orchestrated this conspiracy." "Why?" "Because he wants Kamal's inheritance. If Kamal stays in prison, control of the company will pass to him." This explanation changed everything. Layla now understood how serious the situation was. "Do you have proof?" "Yes. Raza's banker friend told me everything. He regrets it." "Then let's go to the police." "We should, but first I want to see Kamal." When they went to see Kamal in prison, he had changed a lot. He looked thin and tired. Kamal said, "Your mother came. She's going to save you," Layla said. "How?" Amira explained the situation. Kamal listened to his mother in shock. "Are you trying to save me?" "Yes, son, because I was wrong. I was unfair to Layla. Mother, Layla chose you for true love." "I couldn't see that." Amira went to the police and gave them all the evidence she had. Raza's banker friend also gave a statement. 2 days later, the real culprit was caught. Raza and his team were arrested. Kamal's innocence was proven. When Kamal was released, Layla and Amir were waiting for him at the door. "Dad!" he shouted. Amir ran and hugged him. Kamal took his son in his arms. His eyes were filled with tears. Then he looked at Layla. "Thank you. You never left me alone. I will never leave you alone. Because you are my husband." Amir also came over. "Layla, will you forgive me?" "Of course. We are now a real family." That day, the three of them realized that true love emerges stronger from every test. A year later, Kamal and Layla's lives had completely changed. The company had regained its former strength and had even grown. Layla was now the general manager of the company's architecture department and had her own projects. Emir was also very happy. He now had a real father and a family he was proud of at school. Kamal taught him soccer every day and helped him with his homework. "Dad, will you come to the Father Sunday at school tomorrow?" Emir asked one evening. "Of course I'll come. It's a very important day." Layla was very moved watching this scene. Kamal was acting like a real father to Amir. Amira was now living in Istanbul and trying to be a real grandmother. She and Layla got along very well. "Layla," she said one day, "you've been very good to my son. He's been very good to me too. I misunderstood you at first. Forgive me, that's in the past. We're family now." At dinner, Kamal made an important announcement. "I have news for you." "What news?" asked Layla. "I bought a new house. It has a big garden, and Emir will have his own room." "Really?" Emir shouted happily. "Yes, and most importantly, we will only move there with happy memories." Layla smiled. "That's wonderful, because now we are a real family. No hardship can separate us." That night, before going to bed, Layla looked in the mirror and thought to herself, a year ago, she was just a woman trying to survive. Now she was a beloved wife, a successful architect, and a happy mother. Kamal came over and hugged her. "Are you happy?" he asked. "I'm very happy. When did you change so much?" "When you came into my life, you taught me what love is. I learned so much from you. For example, sometimes the most beautiful things come in the most unexpected ways, and that was truly the case. This story, which began with Kamal following Layla to the market, was crowned with true love. Did this love story touch you? Do you believe that true love overcomes every obstacle, just like Kamal and Layla's struggle? Write to us in the comments. Did you also find love unexpectedly in your life? Which part of this story affected you the most? Kamal's courage or Layla's strong stance? If you like this emotional story, don't forget to like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to mention which city you're watching from in your comments. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications, because every week we'll be back with more compelling love stories. Because true love always wins, and the most beautiful stories begin in the most unexpected moments. See you in our next video.